Hi, I'm Dr. Ciri.
I'm Dr. Ava, and we are Sisters in Medicine.
Today we wanted to bring you all a video about heart health, as well as some things that can go wrong with your heart. So, Dr. Ava, what do you want the people to know about the things that can go wrong with their hearts?
So many things could go wrong with the heart, but what we want to touch on is heart attacks, what a heart attack is, and what happens when you go into cardiac arrest. So, the heart is the main organ that supplies blood to the rest of your body. So, it pumps the blood, hence pumping oxygen to all your organs. So anything that goes wrong with the heart, if your heart stops beating or you're having a heart attack or you compromise that function, then you compromise all the other organs in your body, including your brain and your kidneys. I mean, anything that needs blood supply, which is everything, gets compromised. So when you have a heart attack or you go into cardiac arrest means your heart just stops working altogether and it stops pumping blood. So you don't get oxygen in the rest of your body, you don't get blood in the rest of your body. And there could be a lot of complications to that. Dr. Ciri, do you want to tell everyone what happens when there is a heart attack or if someone goes into cardiac arrest? What we need to do in order to prevent damages and how fast?
Okay, so first thing, just to separate cardiac arrest and heart attack. Cardiac arrest is basically your heart stops completely. Like you basically die. And what physicians do when that happens is we hop right on the person's chest and do chest compressions. Or anyone who's nearby when that happens, you do just chest compressions. And a lot of you all know that as CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. So chest compressions are very important. Then you have to hook people up to what's called an automatic defibrillator or an AED, where you hook the pads up to them to see what rhythm their heart is in. Because even though their heart is arrested and they don't have a pulse anymore, there could still be a rhythm going on that you could shock, maybe, or it just kind of tells you what's going on. So that's what we do as physicians when someone has a cardiac arrest, meaning they essentially die, like their heart just stops. So we're trying to bring them back to life. When someone has a heart attack, just to describe what that is, when the heart is pumping blood to your body and all your organs, that's your heart supplying oxygen to your organs, like Dr. Ava said. But the heart itself has a blood supply. Your coronary arteries, that supplies the blood and oxygen to your actual heart. So when someone has a heart attack, those coronary arteries are either clogged or spasming, then your heart's not very happy and you'll have a heart attack. And so Dr. Ava and I wanted to give you all some tips and advice on how to keep those things from happening to keep your heart healthy and pumping.
What I want to say about that, keeping your heart healthy, the reason why you want to keep your heart healthy is because if you do have a heart attack that leads into a cardiac arrest and you're not close to a healthcare professional or anyone that knows how to do CPR, then your chances of surviving are very slim because it does supply blood to the body. You want to get to it fast and
Right.
fast,
Right.
and we want to prevent those things from happening. We want to keep your heart, you want to keep your heart healthy or as healthy as possible. And so, one of the tips that I recommend is to make sure you eat healthy, make sure you exercise, because that will also keep your coronaries from not clogging. That will also help your heart make new blood vessels so that if some clogs, you have extra ones. If you have any medical problems like high blood pressure, making sure you keep your blood pressure under control because high blood pressure makes your heart pump against a pressure that it's not supposed to be pumping against. So your heart is working double, triple hard against a pressure that's not really normal. So we need to keep that pressure low. We also need to make sure if you have diabetes or blood sugar problem that we keep your blood sugars under control because that can also cause a lot of complications for the heart. Hence, the heart is not going to be happy. High cholesterol needs to also be under control. I mean, there's so many things that we can do to keep our heart healthy. Obesity, make sure, once again, you eat healthy and you exercise. All of these will prevent, eating healthy and exercises will prevent obesity, will prevent high blood pressure sometimes, we prevent diabetes sometimes. All these things together can have a huge impact in trying to keep your heart happy.
The only thing I would add to that is recreational activities that people may have that could harm their heart, such as smoking. Tobacco is the number one risk factor for heart disease. Tobacco, hands down, smoking cigarettes will not make your heart happy. And cocaine specifically, is a drug that is very bad for the heart. It actually causes those arteries to get smaller while you're using the cocaine. Like, it causes those arteries to spasm. So if you have any arteries that are on their way to being clogged and you do cocaine, that just tips you over the edge, and your heart is not a happy heart. So like Dr. Ava said, eat healthy, drink lots of water, exercise, avoid unhealthy food, don't smoke, and don't do cocaine if you want to have a healthy heart.
So, Dr. Ciri, do you want to tell everyone a little bit what CPR is or how CPR is done?
So I'm sure you all know what CPR is, and if you don't, it's cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Like we said before, it is what we do when someone has a cardiac arrest, meaning their heart has completely stopped. The first thing you want to do, hands down, ASAP, is start chest compressions. And you want to have someone go get a monitor to hook the patient up to so you can see what rhythm they're in. If they have a shockable rhythm, you want to shock them and try to get their heart back into a normal rhythm to get their pulse back. And the longer someone is down, the longer someone has a heart that's not pumping, the worse off they're going to be. So timeliness is very, very important. And unfortunately, in real life, it's not like what we see on TV. It's not like Grey's Anatomy where someone will be getting CPR for an hour and then just come back to life without any brain damage, any organ damage, and then they're back at work the next day. That's not how it is. TV is it's a loose representation of what CPR actually is. Doctors will do those things to try to bring someone back to life. Sometimes we're successful, most times we're not. And even when we are successful, the people that we bring back they usually don't have good brain function afterwards. There's a lot of rehab they have to go through if they even get to the point of, gaining some sort of function, but most people don't. And they require lots and lots of advanced life support afterwards, like aggressive medicines to keep their blood pressure up. They require ventilators to breathe for them. Sometimes, like unfortunately, you all have heard, or it's been rumored that Rick Ross was actually on ECMO, which is another aggressive life-sustaining measure where if your body is unable to oxygenate the blood that's running through it, ECMO does it for you in order to keep you alive. That, in a nutshell, is what CPR is, and then sort of what happens after CPR. So is there anything you want to add to that?
No, I just think that, the public needs to know. I mean, you did a very good job at explaining everything. But the public needs to know that so many things can be prevented. Let's be proactive. Let's take control of ourselves. Let's take control of our health and just prevent those major complications from happening. If you take care of yourself early and you don't wait till the last minute, we can prevent so many things from happening. So the whole point of us doing this is to educate, raise awareness so that everyone knows how to go ahead and find the resources necessary to get themselves healthy or healthier.
That is all for today. Let us know if you have any questions for us. Let us know if anything we said was confusing or you don't understand. We'll be happy to clarify. So thank you all for watching, and until next time.
See you later.